In this video, we will look at why Zillow stopped buying homes and what it means for the overall market. And we will also look at housing starts number and September existing home sales from the National Association of Realtors and see how that looks like and talk about what that means. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mac Rogers. I'm a real estate broker here in the Bay Area. Thanks for tuning in or clicking on the video. So in the news lately was Zillow. Big brouhaha over Zillow stopping or actually putting on hold their home buying activity. This was such a big deal that when they announced it, their stock price dropped. Now, the stock price dropping was not totally about them stopping their home buying program. Zillow stock has been soaring since last year. Even with home prices still soaring, interest rates low, and real estate market still remaining red hot, it's still no surprise to most experts that Zillow stock price is down. Again, primarily because it's gone up so much from last year. Now, the thing about their home buying program, if you don't know about it, I'll give you a brief overview. There's a lot of marketing hype about this program, but in essence, it's just a seller selling their home to an investor. This is nothing new. It's been going on for years. Zillow started this program back in 2018. It wasn't totally advertised mainly because they didn't want to look as if they were competing with realtors. After all, Zillow's main business comes from realtors buying leads from them. This is how it works. First, you would sign up on their site and submit your info and details of your home. Usually, they ask for pictures as well. Second, they say that they utilize their access to technology and data to come up with a fair price. Keep in mind that this is not a final number, but rather a starting point, because the third thing that happens is an actual Zillow rep will check on your property. Now, upon inspection, they can determine the real offer price that they will offer you. If there's an agreement, you then decide on when to close. Normally 7 to 90 days. They said the advantages of going with Zillow offers is as follows. 1. Get paid with no surprises. Once you close, payment is guaranteed 100%. Now, this is not exclusive to Zillow. I have a lot of investors, and yes, once you close, payment is 100% guaranteed because it's in the contract. Second, they said that by going with Zillow, you skip home prep. They said that forget about repainting, repairs, or renovations. You won't need to stage or list your home. Again, this is not exclusive to Zillow. This is how investors work. They offer you convenience. I have this one house in San Jose that had a ton of stuff in their backyard. There were a lot of other personal items inside the house that the seller wanted to leave behind. My investor buyer took care of everything. 3 huge truckloads of stuff were taken out of the property. The third thing they said was count on dedicated support. Get on-call support from your Zillow advisor and easily track progress on your dashboard. Again, not exclusive to Zillow. This is the job of the buyer or the agent handling all the documents as necessary. There is no need for some dashboard, which is just a code word for going online and checking up on it. So why do sellers go with this program, and why does Zillow do it? Obviously, for sellers, it's the convenience. It is truly a quick process, and you as a seller literally don't have to do anything. Now, the drawback on this is price. In all cases, you will not get the market value for your home no matter what the condition is. After all, they are not doing this out of the kindness of their heart. Which brings me to what's in it for Zillow. Profit, of course. The whole idea is to make as little improvements on the property and then bet on short-term market appreciation of the purchased properties. In a very hot market where prices are escalating, this is good. The others, like service fees and selling leads to real estate agents, I won't go into those. Those are fairly straightforward. Zillow is basically flipping houses. This is the whole premise of this strategy. But unlike real investors or house flippers, Zillow has certain criteria. They only look for homes that are somewhat newer and really have very little work that needs to be done. This is also true of all other iBuyer programs. In other words, if you have a fixer-upper, no luck. You won't get any offers, unlike real investors or flippers where they literally don't care about the condition of your property as long as the price is right. It's worth noting that in this Zillow program, the buying of homes is not big. It was increasing, but overall, it wasn't a huge money maker for them. Also, it's not only Zillow that's doing this. There's also Opendoor, which is the biggest, and OfferPad, the second biggest. So why did they suspend this program, and why should you care as a homeowner or as a home buyer? Zillow cited supply chain and labor shortages as the main cause, which if you follow this channel, it shouldn't be any surprise to you. This is what new home builders are facing as well. I also suspect that they might be running into some valuation issues. I've seen some companies like Opendoor buying properties, and then when they resell the property, they don't even make money. Why should you care if you are a buyer? Well, as a buyer, it doesn't really affect you. Again, their activity is not big enough that it would even show up as a blimp in the overall real estate activity. As a seller, I guess maybe you lose out on the convenience. I do see the nice point-and-click aspect of the whole thing. If I was a seller and I didn't want all the hassle of selling my house and didn't care so much for getting top dollar, then Zillow is a good option. Not everyone knows someone like me or other investors that can easily buy your house and close at a very short period of time. So don't worry about Zillow not buying houses anymore. Doesn't signal anything, or it doesn't mean anything to the overall market. If anything, it only magnifies the current challenges that builders currently have, and that is supply chain issues and labor issues. Now let's talk about the latest housing starts number from the National Association of Realtors. According to NAR, new home construction fell 1.6% in September, but the year-to-date activity is higher by 17% compared to 2020 and 23% compared to the pre-pandemic 2019. This means that more housing inventory is on the horizon. The thinking is that new home builds are generally larger in size and more expensive than existing homes, and not geared towards first-time home buyers, which means current homeowners might want to trade up, which will eventually lead to them selling their homes to first-time home buyers. There was no mention as to why new construction fell from August to September by 1.6%. At this point, it could just be seasonal. We are still facing those same headwinds that Zillow cited: supply chain and labor shortage. Let's move on to existing home sales. The September numbers are out and existing home sales are up again, up by 7% in September. According to the National Association of Realtors, after previous months of slight decline, existing home sales rebounded last month. All four major U.S. regions increased month-over-month basis. From a year-to-year comparison, one region held steady while the other three reported a decline in sales. Here are the actual numbers from the National Association of Realtors. Total existing home sales. This means single-family homes, townhomes, condominiums, and co-ops. They rose by 7% from August to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 6.29 million in September. However, sales decreased 2.3% from a year ago, from 6.44 million in September 2020 to 6.29 this past September. Inventory is improving and demand is still high. This most likely helped increase the sales number for September. A lot of the buyers are trying to get into the market and take advantage of these low mortgage rates before they go higher. Inventory, even though it's increasing, is still down overall. Total housing inventory at the end of September amounted to 1.27 million units, down 0.8% from August and down 13% from 1 year ago. Unsold inventory sits at the 2.4 month supply at the present sales pace, down 7.7% from August and down 2.7 months from September of 2020. Home prices is not showing any signs of a slowdown either. The median existing home price for all types of houses in September was $352,800, up 13.3% from September of 2020 of $311,500. So if you're keeping track, this marks 115 straight months of year-over-year increases. Wow, what a streak. I bet next month we are still up again. The number of days on the market, or how long a property goes into contract, is still fast. Properties typically remained on the market for 17 days in September. It's unchanged from August and down from 21 days in September of 2020. And get this, 86% of homes sold in September 2021 were on the market for less than a month. First-time home buyers are getting pinched with these high prices. They accounted for 28% of sales in September. That's slightly down from 29% in August and 31% from September of 2020. For context, according to the National Association of Realtors, First-time home buyers usually account for 31% of sales. Individual investors or second home buyers, who account for many cash sales, purchased 13% of homes in September, down from 15% in August, but up from 12% in September of 2020. All cash sales accounted for 23% of transactions in September, up from both 22% in August and from 18% in September of 2020. Distressed sales like foreclosures and short sales accounted for less than 1% of sales in September, equal to the same percentage seen the prior month and equal to the September of 2020 as well. We will definitely start seeing this go up as forbearance and foreclosure moratorium ended, but not to levels wherein we turn the tide and prices actually start to decline. And finally, let's end this video with the regional breakdown. In the Northeast, sales are up by 5.5% in September, posting an annual rate of 770,000, an 8.3% decrease from September of 2020. The median price in the Northeast was 387,200, up 9.2% from 1 year ago. In the Midwest, sales are up 5.1% to an annual rate of 1.44 million in September, but that was 2.7% drop from a year ago. The median price in the Midwest was 265,300, a 9.1% increase from September of 2020. In the South, sales are up 8.6% in September, recording an annual rate of 2.7 million, unchanged from 1 year ago. The median price in the South was 307,500, a 14.8% increase from 1 year ago. Finally, in the West, sales are up 6.5%, registering an annual rate of 1.3 million in September, down 3% from 1 year ago. The median price in the West was 506,300, up 8.3% from September of 2020. So there you go. Don't worry about Zillow stopping their home buying activity. It doesn't really mean anything or doesn't really affect the market overall. If you are waiting for a slowdown, that still doesn't look like to be happening in the near future. What do you guys think will happen next month? Will we continue the streak? Like I said, I think we will. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.